Welcome. I hope that everyone has had a good week so far. I have had a good week. I've been getting a lot of things done, been tackling a lot of responsibility. So I feel very productive this week. I don't know why. I feel a little bit of weight lifted up off me. Now I'm able to get some things together. So I'm smiling a lot this week. So I hope that everyone has had a great week. For those who don't know me, my name is Dr. Michelle Harris, and I partner with faith-based leaders to help them to begin to recharge, refocus, and begin to transform their lives so they can manage their day-to-day lives responsibility more efficiently and effectively to live more purpose and fulfilled. In other words, I am the self-care specialist. So I'm glad to be able to connect with you on today. But tonight I wanted to share with you all on this evening two main reasons where I have worked with people in conversations or in groups, or when I have provided consultation services for faith-based leaders. There were two main things that prevented them from practicing self-care, from taking a time out to relax, or taking a time out from their day, to get a recharge. It was two main reasons, and I wanted to talk a little bit and address those on tonight. Even though you may feel stress, you may feel resentment, you may feel like life is so overwhelming, but people rarely take time out, even though the bodies are telling them that, sit down, you're tired, you have a bags under your eyes, you're feeling overwhelmed, you feel like there's not enough time in the day. But there still are two main reasons why people begin to say, okay, well, I can't do it. And one reason is a lot of times people feel guilty. They feel guilty for taking time away. They feel guilty for not fulfilling their ministry role. They feel guilty if they take time away from the family. So they're calling and checking in. You may be a mother or a father, so you're calling and checking in to make sure that the children are okay, that your child has been fed. You put them to bed, and so you feel guilty for taking that time away because you feel like they need me. So, and I may be a person, maybe a caregiver for someone that I love, and if I do take time away, who's going to be the one that's going to feed them or prepare their meals or to make sure that they have the things that they need? And it's a lot of times people deal with guilt, a lot of guilt. Even though their bodies are saying one thing, they're not able to sleep at night, they're up sometimes at night, mind is racing even when they're going to sleep, but still they have a hard time because of the feelings of guilt. And another thing a lot of times people tell me is, I don't have enough time. I really don't have enough time to really, you say a lot of these things, and, you're saying a lot of good things, but I really don't have enough time in the day. There's not enough time in the day for me to have time out. I got to feed my children. I got to make sure they're in bed. I got to go to meeting after meeting after meeting. I got to travel. I'm a leader. I'm a CEO. I don't have time for all of this. It really and truly, if there was 48 hours in a day, it still would not be enough because I have so much to do. So one thing that I would like to suggest on today is you have to start reframing your processes and thinking, and that if you do not take time out for yourself, there are many things that you can deal with for not practicing self-care, for not taking the time out to recharge. Number one, there are physical health issues. You think about various things that stress itself can cause from your hormones. It can affect your sex drive. It can affect different things within your body wherein you're not able to sleep, you're having high blood pressure. There are various things that stress has a common denominator and factor for, because you are not taking that time out for yourself to get recharged and to get refocused. And then another thing that could take you away from that is that you begin to think about, from a mental standpoint, that you're not able to rest, you're not able to focus, you're not able to have clarity in what you're able to do. So you're not able to really manage your responsibilities. So those are two major things that can affect you if you do not take that time out to recharge and refocus. So when you think about those things, you have to reframe your thinking process, that I have to be able to take that time out for myself and not feel guilty, because I want to be able to be the best that I need to be for my children. And I talked to one lady, one recently, that I was providing consultation services for, and she was like, you know, well, she is a newborn, and I don't get a lot of help. And so I started working with her. Okay, so you said that your parents can do this, that, and the third. So let's begin to look at the fact of this here, that if you do not take care of yourself, if you do not take the time out to take care of yourself and practice certain things for self-care, what is it that you think can happen and the ramifications for you not doing that? There are many people who have dealt with things like I talked about, physically, emotionally, different things, and even from a spiritual standpoint, you're feeling a little faithless because things aren't working, you're feeling overwhelmed, and you're trying to give things to God, but you keep putting it for yourself. There are a lot of things that can happen because you are not taking that time out. And I want you to begin to refrain from thinking that I can't get away because I need to be there for them, to think that I need to get away so I can be my best for them. I realized that when I took time out, whether it be a time out for ministry, whether it be a time out for my friends, whether it be a time out for turning off my cell phone and just having quiet time, that I realized that that allowed me to be able to get my mind together, to get my mind focused, to get recharged, so I could be the best for everyone else. I am the person that my friends love to come to. Anytime they have something going on, Michelle, let me run this by you. Michelle, let me tell you this. Michelle, what you think of that? Michelle, what you think of that? I am that person. So even in those types of situations where you want to be able to be there for people, but it's a constant pull sometimes, and you begin to feel like, God, okay, what they going to talk about today? Or you feel kind of irritated, like they're going to ask me something else again. So you have to be able to have that time to reframe your thinking to that I'm not able to do it, and I feel guilty that I need to do it so I can be my best for other people. So then we're going to talk about the time. One thing that I talked about before, that example I gave before, it was a mother who was stressed out. She was dealing with postpartum depression, having a hard time adjusting as a wife, new mother, and trying to adjust to those things. And one of the things that she talked about was that, you know, I don't feel like I have enough time. So what we began to look at is, what is your time during the day? What is your typical day? How is it that you do your typical days? And how can you incorporate various times throughout the day or throughout the week that you can practice self-care? And when you did do it, how did you feel? So we were able to develop a plan that even as a single mother who's in school, who is trying to do various things to care for her family and different things, to develop a plan. You have to be able to plan out. Sometimes when you are a leader and you are a person that's out, you know, your CEO, you may be a ministry leader, you may be a leader within your home. You have to plan out those days, just like you have on your calendar. Okay, I'm going to do this on Monday, do this on Tuesday, do this on Wednesday. Plan out, put in self-care. Self-care. Take a bubble bath, watch my favorite movie. And a lot of times people feel like you have to do so much, it's so grand. Now, I have my times when I do my grand, and it's good to have the times when you do the grand time. It's good to have those times when you be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do something big. I'm going to treat myself to dinner. I'm going to go to see your favorite movie in the movie theater. But sometimes when you're so quick and you want to go, you just need a pick-me-up. So a pick-me-up could be watching my favorite movie once I put the children to bed. A pick-me-up could be eating one of my favorite treats and treating myself on the weekend. You know, it could be me taking a bubble bath after a long day. That's something that I can look forward to. So those are minor things, you know, that you can look at. And, you know, if you say, well, Michelle, you know, I just be so tired, I cannot even think, you know, watch how you begin. And I always, every person that I work with on an individual basis, I always talk to them about how you start your day and how you end your day. And we begin to look at the many times when people start their day, they up, they on the go, they're going, they're going, they're going. Many times your body is just like this. Or you're going to sleep and you're scrolling on your phone, scrolling on Facebook while you sleep. You're looking at TV, you're doing other things while you're in your bed. So your mind is not able to really relax because you're doing activities, and your mind has been trained to, okay, whenever she goes to bed, it's not sleep time. It's scrolling on the phone time. It's looking at TV time. It's I'm talking and trying to get my list together. It's I'm going to be working on my computer in my bed. So you have to set certain things up wherein you have a wind up and you have a wind down time as much as you can each week, and have a strategic and daily time that you go to bed to get recharged and get refocused. So I want you to begin to, if you are a person that is at that level, to begin to shift your focus, refrain from thinking that I can't do it, I cannot do it, to I need to do it so I can be the best version of myself for other people, because I'm not doing only them an injustice, I'm doing myself an injustice. And also begin to say that I don't have time, to how I can make time. How can I begin to incorporate it in my day? So you all have a great evening. And if you would like to learn more about how I can partner with you along the journey, feel free to schedule a free clarity session where you and I can chat for about 15 to 30 minutes, and then we can have a time wherein we can look at how you can begin to get your life realigned, how you can get refocused, and how you can begin to get recharged and begin to live your life, to handle those responsibilities, to handle those overwhelming times that you feel, and be able to get a balance to live effectively and efficiently. So you all have a great night. I can't wait to talk to you all soon, and have a great night, and always walk fearless. Bye now.